I, in my own handwriting, write to expose conspiracies of RSS, Yogi Adityanath, BJP, BS Yediyurappa and Associates. BS Yediyurappa and Associates having difficulty not to hide their atrocities on me by making illicit children on my wife using Muslim and Veerashaiva Lingayat maid poachers. Subsequently, they are not able to obtain my tolerant consent for their earnings. As a result of their difficulties, they are looking for opportunities to enforce Amarnath Bhatt of Oriental Software Private Limited Bangalore as co-inventor to my inventions, which is biggest joke. Amarnath Bhatt has no history of inventing, fighting for ideas and filing patent applications. However, I have been fighting for protecting my ideas and obtaining higher earnings since last 19 years. For obtaining foreman position, giving my fixture design and its manufacturing concept, I have fought at Aluminium Products Company Limited Jeddah with Indian engineers and Saudi general manager, because of which my first marriage went into divorce due to ignorance and illicit of my former spouse and her parents. This kind of history Amarnath Bhatt and his co-founding colleagues do not have, except copying existing products of West, then developing for cheap prices for catering Indian customers at metal casting industries. In this kind of his business, Amarnath Bhatt has copied Magma of USA, which is sold in millions of dollars for metal casting industries, which Indian small scale metal casting industries cannot afford. To cater such kind of Indian small scale customers, he has copied the Magma, then has taken the help of Indian Institute of Science alumni to develop his cheap soft cast application, which is lower end version and replica of Magma of USA. In this way, he has been involved in only marketing of his soft cast without developing other products and without filing any patent applications for novel ideas. However, I am creative and different thinking person since from my childhood, inheriting traits of my father, who was negligent to his family for the sake of his medical practice. Hence, I am the true and first inventor to my filed ideas and to my disclosed ideas. All at this juncture, son of bitch Amarnath Bhatt, making effort to get royalty sharing, for which I am not having tolerance due to his conspiracy brain and because of sacking me from job for not paying my legitimate salaries despite of my brilliant performance. At this juncture, BS Yediyurappa and Associates, trying to use him because of my employment history with him, thus taking advantage of that, extorting my own handwritten statements saying I have stolen ideas from him. In intellectual property of world, stealing ideas from someone is not at all possible, since ideas can be stolen only by copying patent applications. Samsung stole ideas of Apple computers by copying external designs of iPhone. Subsequently, Apple computers filed infringement suit, at which American judicial system ordered Samsung to pay nearly 1 billion US dollars damages to Apple computers. In this way, ideas can be stolen only by copying filed patent applications, for which 18 months a filed patent application is kept in secrecy without publication. Here in the case, son of which Amarnath Bhatt has not filed patent applications. He has no novel product with novel ideas. I in my career have given several novel ideas for production and for changing the production process. Subsequently have fought with British manager and Indian engineers demanding 8,000 riyals per month salary along with family status. at which Saudi GM Khalid was interested to offer me what I wanted but asked me to start manufacturing first, at which I demanded immediate increments in this kind of my demands. With my strong letter to GM, confusion takes place, at which GM decides to test me my politeness, for which he allows me to go on exit to India. As I was saying firmly that I am ready to go to India if immediate increments are not given, since I had shown better performance in many manners. After coming to India, GM wanted to make me GM wanted to take me back, offering me 8,000 riyals with four-man post with family status, at which Narsappa Badia takes divers, then come to know about my talent, at which he calls my Saudi company and inform to GM through Indian engineers not to take me back, since a girl life is involved, as they want to send their daughter back to me. As a result, GM do not take me. This kind of history I have. Then in India also I have been fighting, criticizing Indian human resource management and by giving my ideas, at which son of bitch Amarnath Bhatt has come to know about importance of novel ideas, at which son of bitch demanding out of proportion royalty sharing despite of sacking me, refusing to pay my legitimate salaries. I refusing his out of proportion royalty sharing demand. He is threatening me that he would collide with BS Yediyurappa and associates and takes forcible statements from me, consenting either co-inventor status for him or stealing ideas from him. Son of bitch Amarnath must know that for making such kind of claims, due procedure is filing opposition petition at Patent Office, Chennai. The prosec- then prosecuting me for infringing his ideas. However, son of bitch has no any patent applications in his or in his company name, at which son of bitch cannot make any arguments for infringing or stealing, for making claim through stealing from his product, for which there must be similarities between my inventions and his products. However, mine are internet application, his is engineering application without any similarities because of being two absolute different domains. Hence, son of bitch only for blackmailing, for obtaining royalty sharing, which I will not offer because of his conspiring brain, and I am having threats on my life to cause my death by obtaining of morally legally justifiable grounds to make royalty earnings in eventuality of my death. Also N. Chandrasekharan, by showing hopes of taking licensing, making effort to obtain forcible statements for becoming co-inventor with me, where he has where he was not remote accessing to my computer when I was disclosing my ideas, explained in my patent applications 4266 CHE bar 2011 and 4267 bar CHE bar 2011 before N.R. Narayan Murthy. Even Ratan Tata was not remote accessing while I was disclosing these ideas before N.R. Narayan Murthy. However, N. Chandrasekharan trying to take advantage of his fraudulent Wakalat guarantor application in my civil suit OS 813/2013 for facilitating Ratan Tata, Jews, Mossad, Western protectionist entrepreneurs, selfish business interests without giving royalty and investment shares for Indian common people and politicians, thus only showing investments of some Indian billionaires for washing eyes of Indians. Also, the motive of Western protectionists is to have monopoly of their inventive brilliance, thus marketing their only products at Eastern nations of the world by taking co-inventor status. N. Chandrasekharan and Ratan Tata may refuse earnings to me, even though they are willing to give me earnings. I will not allow co-inventor status to N. Chandrasekharan or to any one of B.S. Yediyurappa and Associates or N.R. Narayan Murthy and Amarnath Bhatt. I have not obtained any inventive contribution from them. Also, they are not eligible to compare themselves with inventors of world and with me since they are in primitive business in mass production environment. I have seen many mass production experienced workers along with me who in no way can compete with precision machinist, which is toughest mechanical branch in which machinists work with high tensions with increased heartbeats from moment to moment because of micron accuracy achievement requirement on expensive material. As reasons of this, precision machinists in NASA are paid equivalent to professional engineers' salaries. Hence, they cannot compare themselves with my job experience and creative personality. Truthfully, I have not obtained ideas from them. In fact, I have disclosed my ideas as competition and challenge to Indian monopoly engineers. Hence, nobody should make effort to obtain co-inventor status with me. Also, in lieu of that, they should not expect me to have only 8% royalty sharing, leaving 92% for sharing. This kind of their this and that fascist and corrupt demands are nothing but Kuldeep Singh Sengar committing further atrocities on Dalit girl after raping her for covering his rape offence, for which life imprisonment to Kuldeep Singh Sengar is given by CBI court. What B.S. Yediyurappa and Associates, RSS BJP demanding is inducing nation into absolute anarchy and racism, dividing the nation on the basis of castes, religions, for which kind of offence Pakistan court has awarded death sentence to its former president Parvez Musharraf. Despite his actions were taken for good administration led to anarchy and turmoil in the nation, which is natural reaction when we want to change the nation from corrupt system to honesty system, at which government ought to face the turmoil. If not, nation would be always in corruption and anarchy system with cheap living of people, of poor people and richness of corrupt people and their politicians. Hence, based on judicial values and system, B.S. Yediyurappa and Associates deserve death sentence if they commit further atrocities on me. And if my earnings are not given as per my expected calculations, accepting my conditions to avoid earnings to B.S. Yediyurappa, Prahlad Joshi, Mallikarjun M. Kharge, Jagdish Hiremata and Narsappa Badial and family, Narendra Modi and Mohan Bhagwat should not be paid cash as per my above recommendations. They are making effort to obtain cash payments as per my recommendations despite of forcing me to take cheap payments against my expectations. Even though N. Chandrasekharan, Ratan Tata and Western nations willing to give my expected compensation amount, they Narendra Modi, RSS leadership, BJP, Yogi Adityanath making effort to get me cheap compensation and cheap royalty sharing because of jealousy of them arising from their simplicity life, which kind of mentality is cheap and condemnable. Here I want to show my handwriting. These are the 6 handwritten pages have been attached at last of the PDF email number 139.